EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ, murdered by the Finnish police. EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ was the wife of JARI NIKKILA, the founder of a company called E.U ad hoc project OI operating in the Forsa region, who had some kind of quarrels in their marriage, which is why they were going through divorce proceedings, but during which EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ poisoned JARI NIKKILA by secretly putting methanol in JARI NIKKILÄ's alcohol, as a result of which he died of methanol poisoning. Solving this murder went like the previous cases of the Finnish blue team of stupids, according to the script, of course, where the crime is solved by someone other than the Finnish blue team of stupids, and JARI NIKKILÄ's murder was solved by NIKKILÄ's children and EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ's murder by the independent crime reporter of Finland together with the abilities of Minna Passi. The children of NIKKILÄ's family, who could be given police positions based on the evidence, on my recommendation, of course. Finland's blue team of stupids did what they do best, that is, they shared justice one's own hand by murdering EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ in their own remand prison and staged it as a suicide made by EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ himself. Having investigated these cases in Finland, such women as EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ, NIKKILÄ and Aino Nikope, who are capable of murdering people, even in all their anger and bitterness, they don't commit suicide in prisons just because of it. In the crime series shown in Finland, according to the police, EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ would have even agreed to go to prison, so this suicide contradicts several facts. If you look at the statistics of unclear cases in which the Finnish authorities have been involved, such as the murder of Tuomas Trasvuori, the case of EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ is a murder committed by the Finnish police, which is being tried to be covered up by the suicide of EEVA KAISA herself. If the case is looked at even biasedly from the point of view of suicide, the only alternative to this can be found on the side of medical psychiatry, which drugs the clients of its own clinics, i.e. problem citizens who are unprofitable to the state, and gives them so much mental violence and guidance to commit suicide that family mothers drown their own children in bathtubs and finally attempt suicide after failing, and it is a big question mark that if EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ had committed suicide, how could she have been drugged with psychiatric drugs that decrease brain functions and driven together with massive mental violence, forcing EEVA KAISA to commit suicide? This murder sentence apparently came from the corporate world, which means the complication sentence is handed out by Haldnikko Kosalainen towards independent crime reporter of Finland, the kidnapping projects of own relatives orchestrated by media mogul and Cone Elevator's anti-Papa Herlin, and the ramping up of organizational activities with Cone Elevator money around the medically non-existent and imaginary illness of Hanna Nurminen, which is a disease blessed by electrical engineers from Turku. There is no other explicable reason for the murder of EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ than a signal from the corporate world, which in itself distributes its death sentences in the facades of democracy to the unwanted MPs of the coalition, which are put into practice, if necessary, even as far as Uganda and with the help of the Finnish arms manufacturer Patria. The Finnish police, who seem to organize murders only for financial gain, because the Finnish police murdered someone so reputable as a teacher in their own cells because she poisoned a good taxpayer for the Finnish state, which is contrast to the murders done by the serial strangler Mikael Pentala and serial drowner Pekka Seppänen, who have been allowed to continue their lives in Finland, because these people murdered for the Finnish state unprofitable problem citizens, which is another task of medical psychiatry and the coalition's murder policy alongside the human rat business. And what comes to Pekka Seppänen, who worked like Finnish authorities killing the problematic citizens of Finland on his own farms like the Finnish psychiatry kills their patients on their own clinics, and whose methods are so similar also with Finnish police, that I almost could pronounce Pekka Seppänen as an undercover agent of the Finnish police, if there came someone missing link to this side in the future. In my eyes, JARI NIKKILÄ has had very influential friends when his wife's murder was arranged, in the cell of the Finnish police, from which the Minna Pass's abilities collect the last points for her own statistics, which are something else than a professor of Turku University Has Carlson's misinterpretations of statistics to boost they so-called medically non-existent and imaginary diseases, which also enables their academic careers at the expense of the freedom and health of Finland's problem citizens, of course. The Finnish blue team of stupids, if anyone, should know that crime is not worth it. But these doctrines have apparently been erased from the textbooks of the stupid group's police college during the era of the White King of the Coalition, SAULI NIINISTÖ. Based on the evidence, the Finnish police schools have apparently been modified by Dr. Hannu Lauerman and his criminal psychologist friends, such as Jaana Haapasalo, who is always waving the child trauma card when the Finnish authorities are behind the crimes influencing the course of the cases, and with whose help the Police University of Applied Sciences has been turned into a state institution specializing in brainwashing and new police officers to believe the enemies without motives, and also the big lie spread by the coalition party, owned by the Mr. Putin's pig, the man inside the EU. Double agent who defected to Kremlin's tables, SAULI NIINISTÖ. Police College of Finland, which apparently shows Ugandan police series in all its courses, all of which star Frank Karkabajienda is as an actor, as well as war movies about the North Korean god and his war equipment, because Finnish police shows are of this category, at least in Finland, where even an ordinary citizen can give a better answer when it comes to solving crimes than the Finnish police themselves, who, however, have completely dictatorial and arbitrary laws to support their own actions, which seems to be drug trade managed from the police own headquarters, and systematically organized murders that are covered up in the name of suicides or paid temporary defendants who take the blame when the media is spinning around the case. But someone has to be given the credit for solving the murder of JARI NIKKILÄ, and that goes to NIKKILÄ's children. I have filed a criminal complaint with the Finnish police about the murder of EEVA KAISA NIKKILÄ, whose main suspect is of course the criminal investigators who investigated the case, i.e. Johanna Lassila and Marko Mäkinen, and to respect the rule of law of the past times, so that no one innocent has to sit for this murder. So I am going to quote the biggest king of prostitution rings in the Finnish stupid group, i.e. Kenneth Eriksson, and the statements distributed in his Friends of the Criminal Dens regarding the criminal report I filed, which should smoke the real perpetrators of the murder out of their holes. If they are not the people I have filed in criminal report assigned to the Finnish stupid group, there is a crime happened. You decide who comes to serve the punishment for this crime, i.e. murder. Minna Passi, that is Finnish modern age national treasure in the justice, non-corruption and all its professionalism, values that all dictators would like to stole without no payment, without no earnings and without no hesitation. Minna Passi's abilities that are completely unstoppable in their own class, arousing cold shiver in the village rallies of the blue team of stupids, has left the big and mighty Patria SAULI Isotalo without an alibi, the White King of the Coalition SAULI NIINISTÖ without blue clothes, and Cone Elevators media mogul Antti-Paapa Herlin without hostage. Minna Passi, which is the next president of our country, without no election and without no fake news, has early earned her place next to the Finnish war heroes in the fight against corruption with her pen and her abilities, whose aura and charisma shines up to moon, just like the Ursula von der Leyen from her earlier career. Finnish citizen like no other, makes me almost cry. Minna Passi, who has earned Pulitzer and Nobel with her own natural abilities and should not have to show her boobs like nowadays to get more pro, makes me almost cry. Minna Passi's abilities, which is in my command, and knowing the less power of her, because of the last battle of her against the corrupted drug lord of Finland, I order her as a bird like phoenix as she is, to rise again from a swan to a vulture for the last battle for the humankind since the war of the Third Reich, and rip off the corrupted souls of the descendants of the most ruthless beast on earth, the white man, i.e. extremely corrupted professors of Turku University, and send them to hell. And bury the corpses to the dump where they belong. Turku University, which is as a facility ruled and led with the ideology of the Nazi Party in the shape of the misuse of medicine against humanity. Finnish police forces, with the strong cooperation with their trusted partner, medical care psychiatry, wanted to taste some real heroism, be like pro again, like the police forces from the past, like no other citizen Minapasi without paying it, without earned it. They have stepped on the wrong side of the law, inspired by Mr. Putin's pig and the White King of the coalition, SAULI NIINISTÖ, where the Finnish police's new tasks include running the drug trade from their own headquarters, protecting human trafficking on the side of medical care psychiatry, and handing out murder sentences to their own remand prisoners if the dirty faces of the business world like Mika Kiljaila, Nikko Kosalainen or Antti-Papa Herlin so wish.